All right, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, we have an absolutely packed show here for you this evening. We have two huge matchups. First, the rocker Chris Sands looks to get some measure of redemption as he goes one-on-one with the acquired taste, Mason Lawrence. And for the Imagine Central Pennsylvania Championship title to be champion, Low Life James Ross taking on the Enigma Lucio Deveer. We're going to hear from your Imagine Heavyweight Champion, all that Braden Elliott, Chief Executive Officer Cato, the Shape, Jake Wiley, the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, Sweet Baby Trey, and Magnus Knox. Plus, we are going to recap certain events from this past Saturday, our 6-year anniversary show, including how we got brand new tag team champions. Plus, the world beater Chris Coleman suffers a terrible injury, and a certain member of the Imagine Wrestling roster has quit Imagine Wrestling. And I tell you how I feel about Dave Daniels. This is going to be one of those shows you're not going to want to miss. Imagine Live from the Dojo starts now! Bentley, this is Jimmy the High Flying Hippie, and this is Imagine Live from the Dojo, chapter 239, Jimmy. Before we get into all the festivities of the evening, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. We are trying to work our way up that algorithmic ladder, Jimmy.
We absolutely are. It is episode 239 times we've stood on your screen as the longest running professional wrestling program in production in Pennsylvania today. We thank you tuning in as always. Real happy to be here tonight, DC. 1 week, a couple days after our big 6-year anniversary show. If you weren't there, you missed it. How about it?
That's right. It was an absolutely explosive weekend. But hey, if you were not there, do not fear. There are a lot of opportunities to see Imagine Wrestling, including our return to the Juniata Civics Association Pavilion on April the 12th for Imagine Volume 62, featuring, you said it, former WWE superstar Eugene will be in the house.
Crazy. If you've never seen Imagine Wrestling live, this might be the time to see it. Eugene, one of the most beloved characters in all of wrestling, will be right here in Altoona.
Hey, and another thing, the weather was quite bad the very last time we saw the former WWE superstar Flash Funk, and now, again, Too Cold Scorpio. If you guys are chomping at the bit to get a look at this man in action, well, have no fear, because he will be coming with us to the YMCA in Du Bois, and that is going to be on April the 26th. Go down to the YMC website of Du Bois and get your tickets. They are available now.
One of the most innovative high flyers still in the game, Too Cold Scorpio. Get your tickets for Du Bois from the YMCA. Real excited about that one, DC.
The theme music, Flash, you are so funky. I love that. But hey, we have made an announcement 2 short weeks ago. Cato, your chief executive officer, made a promise, a pledge to you, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, to get you in here to see one of these Imagine Live from the Dojo shows. You ask and you shall receive from Cato, because on April the 16th, that's a Wednesday, Imagine Live from the Dojo is going to have a live studio audience, and some lucky members of the Imagination are going to be there.
Absolutely. You get to step into our house, see this production and how it's done live. Those that got the tickets are in for a very special treat. We'll see you on that day. When is that? The 16th of April?
That's right. The 16th of April. We cannot wait to see you. Hey, we got a packed show. I'm standing here with Jimmy the High-Flying Hippie, and I fancy myself a little bit of a wrestling journalist. And Jimmy, we do have new tag team champions. I'd be amiss if I didn't ask you what your thoughts and feelings were on that.
Yeah, I got more questions than I got answers right now. And I'll leave it at that till they see what happens.
Well, let's cue these ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination and take a look at this.
Is now the legal man as Mason Lawrence made the tag. And now Magnus is up on the shoulders.
He's going to take a little airplanes, but no, he's going to fight his way down viciously. This kid is aggressive.
He just shoved Jimmy right through the ropes to the floor. The Rocker just low bridged.
Oh no!
Mason Lawrence rolls him up. Oh my God!
That's your new champion.
New Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champion, Revolution.
Welcome back, Imagination. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring, he's being escorted by Magnus Knox. He's one half of the new tag team champions. He is the acquired taste, Mason Lawrence. Never short to talk about yourself, Magnus. I guess congratulations on your win. How do you feel?
It's fantastic you ask me how I feel, because I have a lot to say. I always have a lot to say, but I specifically have a lot to say today. You might think I feel great. I'm a two-time All-American, and I say with all sincerity, this is one of my greatest accomplishments of all time. I do not feel great. You know why? Because when I won this belt, I should have been on top of the world. This should have been a crowning achievement that made my career. And instead, I was met with hundreds of people chanting, "This is bull." I can't say that word on camera, but you can figure it out because you all figured it out Saturday when I won this belt. You said this while holding your children. What kind of role models are you? But why am I shocked? Your role models are a knockoff rock star and a man who can't figure out how to put on his own shoes and smells real funky, but you would relate to that. You would relate to being a wannabe. You would relate to smelling bad. You would relate to not knowing how to put on your own shoes. You guys felt like you were part of something when you chanted that? Did you feel like you hurt my feelings? Because you didn't. You're nothing. This right here, this is something. I, the real deal Magnus Knox, I'm something. You are nothing. You get nothing. I get everything. The moral of the story is the real deal wins always.
Talking about getting what he wants all the time. Mason, congratulations to you. How do you feel, man?
I don't know about you, Lloyd, but I feel good. Now, I have this match against Chris Sands, but honestly, I don't have any problems with Chris Sands. You know, he's the reason I have these titles. He took my money. Now we're champions. I cannot thank him enough. I'm a big fan of Chris Sands. And honestly, there's a lot of things that money can buy. Bought me these titles. It bought me every single title before. And I'm never gonna stop. How about that?
Somebody that might have something to say about that. Coming to the ring, he is one half of the Classic Rockers. He is the rocker, Chris Sands. What's up, Chris? How are you? Tough loss Saturday. Do you have anything to say to Mason?
A lot's been going through my mind, but Monday when I got a phone call from management that said that Mason Lawrence asked for this match, there was only one thing that was going through my mind. Some people look for revenge. I look to get even. Mason Lawrence, I didn't take your money, and even though your fat lips keep saying that I did, I didn't. I'm not a liar. I never have been. So tonight we're going to get even. And I'm going to finish the ass whooping that I did last week. So let's bang some heads.
Like Chris said, let's bang some heads. Let's take it to the ring.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You know me. My name is Eugene. I am so excited because I'm coming to Altoona, Pennsylvania. That's right, I said Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's on Saturday, April the 12th. It's with Imagine Wrestling. Imagine Wrestling, right? Imagine Wrestling. And we're coming to the, hold on. June Eata Civics Association. Oh my gosh, Imagine Wrestling. The doors are going to open at 6. The show starts at 7. Altoona, Pennsylvania. Eugene's coming. Imagine Wrestling. I want to see all my friends there.
All right. Here we go, Jimmy. I got to assume that you have some personal investment in this matchup. Your tag team partner, the Rocker, Chris Sands, in the ring.
Yeah, I got a lot of personal investment in this one. I got a lot of personal questions. I got a lot of grievances to air. Some I'm going to do here live.
Oh!
I love seeing that right there, though.
Well, if that doesn't make a statement, I don't know what does. The Rocker, Chris Sands, just screaming right into the acquired taste, Mason Lawrence. And how about that unusual style of speaking that Magnus Knox has, Jimmy?
Yeah. He's an interesting cat. Another thing that's real interesting to me is why on Saturday, Rocker wasn't able to kick out of something he's kicked out of many times. Bricks on that elbow. That was rough.
But saw Mason Lawrence coming. He's got a real attitude in there, does the Rocker. You usually don't see him this hyped up. He's usually a little more serene, but he's highly motivated in there today.
Yeah, Chris Sands might be letting the emotions get the better of him here. I'd be a hypocrite because I'm very similar. Oh, absolutely brutal.
I gauge from what you said just prior to going into this match that there is some feelings of conflict, Jimmy, and I'm guessing that you're going to get into that later this evening.
I'll get into a little bit of it right now. If Donnie Dawson's watching this program, why did the worst team in the gauntlet get the last spot?
Yeah, I believe that Mason Lawrence showed a particular interest in the fact that Don Dawson would be drawing the name that would give the order of entrance to the team. So maybe he got to him, Jimmy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if Donnie's on the take or not, man. I got a lot of questions here.
Oh, well, one thing that's not questionable, the Rocker Chris Sands has not stopped fighting, but Mason Lawrence has been absolutely relentless in there.
Somewhere Mike Zeke's screaming hair pull Friday and blowing your speakers out, or Wednesday, sorry, blowing your speakers out.
You know, this kid Mason, he is not afraid to use his power and influence, but also not afraid to take a shortcut if that doesn't do it.
Yeah, speaking of shortcuts, I wanted Chris, the ref, to be here tonight, just not because John the ref's unpleasing on the eyes. Oh, yeah, he is. Not because John the ref's so unpleasing on the eyes, which he is, but Chris the ref's count seemed a little fast to me, too. A lot of things seem suspect here. I don't know who. Paranoia could be setting in, DC Bentley. I don't know what to believe.
Well, that is a common side effect, Jimmy. And now we have Mason Lawrence mocking the Rocker, doing his move to him.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. See, I think he got a little too aggressive coming out of the gate, let his emotions get ahead of him, and now Mason Lawrence is firmly in control.
He's bringing the boom in there over and over again, but now he's got those arms of the Rocker really splayed out. Look how hyper-extended those shoulder joints are.
Look how much larger Mason Lawrence's areolas are than Chris Sands.
Yeah, they do make mention of that. They equate his nipples to the cured meat of pepperoni, an Italian delight.
They look like prison bologna. That's why him and sweet baby Trey got along so well.
There may be something to be said about that.
Referee John Williams right in there. Look at that deep butterfly on that.
Yeah.
Surfboard's way wide, trying to power out of this, getting nothing.
Chris Sands, known for his fast strikes and high-flying appeal, not known for his strength, so to speak. But I thought maybe he had the acquired taste beat in that department. I think he is a little more muscular, anyway.
Acquired taste is becoming more capable as time goes on here. The problem is he's a coattail rider. He's used to getting easy streets, so he's always going to revert back to that whenever possible. He's like water, DC.
Yeah.
He flows through the easiest possible route, usually paved by his father.
That's correct. That's why I think taking a cheap shot is something that is so natural to him. He's never really had to work hard for anything in his whole life. Except for getting that haircut over. He's got the haircut of a woman that sells honey at a farm market. And now Chris Sands firing into the midsection of Mason Lawrence, the ample midsection of Mason Lawrence.
Full Irish whip here, Mason Lawrence, makes a big mistake shooting him off.
Yeah, and now the Rocker is on a roll. But Magnus Knox still on the outside, Jimmy. He has not played a role in this matchup. Not that he's not going to. We got to keep our eyes on him.
That clothesline's the hallmark of Imagine Dojo. If you're interested in training to become a professional wrestler, check us out at ImagineWrestling.com.
Oh!
Big Bulldog, DC.
Prior to your engagement with the Acquired Revolution, you were in the ring with the Thrasher Keegan Taylor and showed us a few skateboard moves, Jimmy. I was impressed.
Yeah, a little pop shoving for the audience there.
Uh-oh.
Enough!
He's gonna let his mouth do the fighting again.
This isn't what I paid you for, Chris Sands. I asked for an easy night to celebrate me winning my tag titles. And what are you doing? Making a loser of yourself. So let's just cut to the chase. Lay down and let me pin you.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Uh-oh. Is Chris even considering this? I mean, it's an indecent proposal.
The hell's he looking at me for? What?
Hey! Wait a second.
You got to be kidding me.
How much could this kid have possibly paid him to betray his loyalties?
I don't.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm disgusted.
No way he's one of the. Are you?
Look at that!
There it is.
2 and 3.
Beautifully done.
Oh no! Oh no, Jimmy! He's getting mobbed. He's getting mobbed in there. The Acquired Revolution. Oh, there's Jimmy. Oh, headbutt. Oh, stiff shot right to the face of Mason Lawrence. Oh my goodness, Jimmy.
Hold on 1 second. I have a lot of questions I need answered. And some of those you're going to have to answer in private.
All right. Cryptic message.
From the bottom of my heart, I hate each and every single one of you inbred, uneducated hicks, and I especially hate Cato.
That's not nice.
Now I am too good looking, I'm too talented, and I'm way too rich to drive 2 hours out of my way to see you inbred morons. So Cato, Imagine Wrestling, I quit.
Whoa! David Lawless has just quit Imagine Wrestling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, if you are looking forward to seeing us at the Juniata Civics Association Pavilion, don't forget we will be returning there on April the 12th for Imagine Volume 62. Tickets are available now, and I say that if you missed the events of this past Saturday, our 6-year anniversary show, in which you just saw the gavel David Lawless suffering a terrible defeat from our Chief Executive Officer, Cato. So I'd like to bring in somebody who's near and dear to my heart and near and dear to the hearts of every man, woman, and child of the Imagination, your Chief Executive Officer, Cato.
DC, thank you. Hey, so I just got a few things I got to go over. First of all, unfortunately, the tickets for the April 16th show here in this dojo, we said there'd be 30 tickets. They were gone. They were gone Saturday night. Now, we are going to take a look at things, see if we can figure out a few spots to squeeze in, a few more chairs. No promises. We'll take a look at things here maybe this weekend and see what we can figure out. We'll get back to you next week, but I think we're probably at max capacity on that. I did want to talk about that real briefly. And then, man, I just want to take a few minutes. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 incredible years. If you were there, you sort of heard some of this on Saturday night, but I just want to tell you, man, it's been a great ride. I had mentioned on Saturday, you know, that Mike Lettieri and Don Dawson and a guy named Jeremy, the 4 of us, we started this. We're the the founders of Imagine Wrestling, and without those 3 guys convincing me to come back, I never would have got to live what we've been living through with this the Imagine Live show, the shows on Saturday, the shows in Reynoldsville. Now we're headed to Du Bois, all the places we've ran in the past 6 years. It's been an incredible run through the pandemic. And I sincerely want to thank all of you guys that have fought through it and stuck with us and didn't quit on Imagine Wrestling. Now, speaking of quitting on Imagine Wrestling, there's been a lot of great quitters in history. I can think of a guy, Eric Roberts. Not too many people remember. You remember Eric, right? He quit. There's been a lot of great quitters in wrestling history. But the greatest quitter of all, David Lawless. When the going got tough, he quit on us. So as one final farewell, let me just say, go F yourself, David Lawless. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
All right, that was your Chief Executive Officer, Cato, nurturing his relationships with all in the imagination with expressions of gratitude and berating the gavel David Lawless with an expression of, profanity. But don't you dare go anywhere. We still have another matchup for the Imagine Central Pennsylvania champion. The champion himself, the lowlife James Ross, will be going one-on-one against the Enigma Lucio Deveer later here this evening, so don't go anywhere. But before we get to that matchup, I want to bring in somebody who may have had a disappointing Saturday, and I'm talking about the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, who was, I'm guessing, surprised by his opponent.
Why am I disappointed? Why would I be disappointed? You saw what happened this Saturday. I retired the world beater, Chris Coleman. But listen, I don't just want to tell you about it. I would love to show you the video I made. Let's show that right now, actually.
Yeah. Oh, see, any signs of him even came close. They're called the Maple Leaf. If I'm Lloyd Loud, I might be thinking about stopping this match. He is taking Coleman to task. Oh my God! There.
That was so good. That was such a cool video. I think that might be the coolest thing we've done all day, actually.
Disgusting, Mike.
That was awesome. That was awesome. And I couldn't be happier. See, because that didn't have to happen. I didn't have to do that. But I enjoy hurting people. But had James Ross given me my Central Pennsylvania Championship match, maybe Chris Coleman would still be walking today. But now, because of my actions, because of what I did, he may never wrestle again. That's fine with me. In fact, I think pro wrestling would be better off. And now, that leaves me to focus on the Central Pennsylvania Championship. Because next month, one way or another, whether I put you on the shelf or I take that belt out of your cold, dead hands, I will take the Central Pennsylvania Championship from James Ross, and he will know that the circus isn't dead. But he is.
All right, that was the sadistic Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage with ambitions set for the Imagine Central Pennsylvania Championship. And I got to tell you, our hearts and our minds do go out to the world beater Chris Coleman. He suffered a ruptured Achilles tendon. Speaking of which, there is a GoFundMe page linked to the Imagine Wrestling Facebook page to donate to him for his cause. Please, if you haven't, check it out. At least give it a look over to consideration. But now I'd like to bring in somebody who likewise may have had a disappointing evening. I'm talking about sweet baby Trey. Sweet baby Trey, you were on quite a roll until you met up with your friend and mine, Lucio Deveer, on Saturday.
I had him beat. No, I had him beat. It's close, man. It's close. I made one mistake. You know what that is? I left little Debo at home.
Little Debo? Trey! It's Mason Lawrence.
Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to get in contact with you all week. Where were you when Jimmy attacked us? Where were you when we won these titles? I gave you a job, man. This is what I'm paying you to do. I picked you out of these streets. I picked you out of the slums. You were eating trash outside of the dojo. Where the hell are you?
Where's my money?
You keep running that mouth, I'll make Magnus Knox beat the hell out of you.
How about I just stab you?
Okay. Whoa now. Whoa. Let's not go that far. I have a better idea. Just came to my head. Better idea. Let's just go our separate ways.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, it seems as if that marks the end of the acquired revolution as we know it, with Sweet Baby Trey departing. And
you lost.
Hey, what's that noise?
Lost. You lost. You
What is
lost.
that?
You lost. 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 Everyone keeps asking, Jake, do you regret anything? Do you regret anything that you've done? Attacking Braden Elliott, turning on him, ending the Rad Boys, turning on all of you, attacking DC, attacking Mike Zeke, attacking Donnie Dawson, and last week, attacking Braden again. Well, the truth is, I do. I regret. I regret not doing it sooner. You see, I have a promise that remains unfulfilled, whereas you, Braden, still have a promise that is broken. This war is far, far from over.
That Jake Wiley's a really sick and twisted individual. But hey, if you want to see Imagine Wrestling live, you just saw it. We're going to be featuring Eugene for Volume 62 on April the 12th, April 16th. It is going to be a packed house here at the dojo because Imagine Live from the dojo for the first time ever is going to have a live studio audience, and that's you. Hey, there may be a few tickets that pop up for that. And on the 26th, there's nobody flashier than Flash Funk. I'm talking about Too Cold Scorpio coming with us to the Du Bois YMCA. That is the 26th, and tickets are available at the Du Bois YMCA website. It is going to get flashy, and if you want to look flashy, you need to talk to my mans right here.
Absolutely. Flying Hippie Tie-Dye is my company. Check us out on Facebook. You can catch us at every Imagine Wrestling live event. I got a merchandise table there. top quality tie-dye, like from the tights Chris Sand was wearing to the lab coat I'm wearing. You can check out some of our fans here in the chat decked head to toe in my tie-dye. Our audience is a sea of tie-dye, and I always thank the imagination, and I thank Imagine Wrestling for this time. Check me out, Flying Hippie Tie-Dye.
And ladies and gentlemen, the imagination, like I said, and I meant this from a place of sincerity, our hearts and our minds do go out to the world beater Chris Coleman in his time of suffering. He has suffered a completely blown out Achilles tendon. And hey, if you want to support him the way we want to support him, there is a GoFundMe page. That link is on the Imagine Wrestling Facebook page right now. Go take a look at it. If you're compelled, give, do whatever your heart tells you. But hey, Jimmy, we got a Imagine Central Pennsylvania Championship title match to get to. Take it away, Lloyd Loud.
Thank you, DC. Thank you, Jimmy. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring, he is your friend and mine. He is the Enigma, Lucio Deveer. Lucio, thank you for this time and congratulations on your big win Saturday. This is a huge opportunity for you taking on the Central PA champion, James Ross. How have you prepared for tonight?
Well, first off, before I get onto this, I want to talk about how good it feels to finally be done with sweet baby Trey. All his disrespect, all his attacks that he gave me. But I proved that I can beat him. With the support of the Friends of Lucio, the support of the imagination, I was able to beat him and put him behind me. And now it's time to focus on the future. Whether it's winning this title tonight against James Ross or on the bigger, better things. With the support of the Friends of Lucio, they've made me feel like I can do anything. But I haven't been able to do everything. I've had a long wrestling career. I've been in this business for 21 years. I got to live a dream, but sometimes I don't know how much longer this dream will go on. It might be a year, might be less, might be a little bit more. But as long as I'm in this business, I'm going to keep on giving it everything I've got because I've got more goals to accomplish. A big goal. To represent Central Pennsylvania, to represent Altoona, the Friends of Lucio, the Imagination, and be a singles champion, be the Imagine Wrestling champion that everyone can be proud of.
Opponent in his way is our Central PA champion. He is the lowlife, James Ross.
Fun. Have some fun.
Well, champ, congratulations on Saturday. How do you feel about that win and Gorgeous Gregory's actions after the match?
Though I did technically win by disqualification or was no contest, I'm not sure, I still have the championship. And so I've said a lot about the word respect in the past and how I think it has no meaning. But on Saturday, my mind may have been changed. It might have been, just a little bit. You see, Greg, he's not a better man. He's a more stand-up guy than me, because if our roles were reversed and Malachi Gage had hit him with a mallet, I would have taken advantage. I would have pinned him right there, 1, 2, 3, and retained the Central Pennsylvania Championship. But his morals, his conscience got in the way. Speaking of Malachi Gage, though, after what he did on Saturday, I can tell that things still aren't over between us. I set the world beater Chris Coleman at him, and he put him right back on the shelf, which obviously doesn't make me very happy. Chris Coleman, he's a brother to me. He matters a lot to me, and I hope he gets well soon. Malachi Gage, at the moment, is my deepest, darkest enemy. The man who, anytime I step foot in this ring with, I'm intending to do to him what he did to Chris Coleman and put him on the shelf, perhaps indefinitely. And then, as for what Lucio Deveer said tonight, it's a very admirable goal to want to win a championship, to want to better yourself and move on to bigger and better things. And there is no bigger and no better than the Central Pennsylvania Championship. I don't care what anyone else says. This is the championship in this company that you want to have, and it's the championship that I have over my shoulder. Lucio, I'm sorry to say it, but your career, it's ticking down. And I don't think you have what it takes to win this championship, or maybe any singles championship. I'm not saying this to be a dickhead. I'm saying this as a matter of fact, because your entire career here in Imagine Wrestling, you failed to capture a singles championship. And you see, life is like a train, and it's leaving the station without you, and I'm right up front, and I'm not willing to stop the train or get off the train for you. So tonight, I'm going to best you. I'm going to walk away with the Central Pennsylvania Championship and continue to reign as a lowlife, baby.
Words from the champ. Let's take it to the match.
All right, Jimmy, here we are getting ready for the Central Pennsylvania Championship title matchup. And, of course, gorgeous Gregory showing the true merit of his character on Saturday, not pinning the lowlife James Ross to win that Central Pennsylvania Championship title. Kind of forfeited the match because he saw the Sideshow Psycho's attack on him. Yeah,
gorgeous Gregory's caliber of athlete doesn't need to take a shortcut like that. Speaking of shortcuts, here we are, got a lowlife in the ring. It's this Central PA title on the line, DC Bentley on a Wednesday night.
That's right, and it has been a hell of a night so far. And we are in for a treat here with this matchup. Of course, the Enigma Lucio Deveer successful in defeating Sweet Baby Trey on Saturday, so two winners going at it. Well, I guess can't really call the lowlife a winner, but he walked away with the belt.
How about that little on-screen breakup with Mason Lawrence and Sweet Baby Trey? That brought a tear to my ass.
Yeah, how about it?
Yeah, Trey, he's turned that money around. He's pay for the stay. He'll, as they say in prison or something like that. He'll take the money and come back as your friend. Don't worry, buddy.
My guess would be that with the presence of Magnus Knox in tow every time we see the acquired taste Mason Lawrence, he felt that he just didn't need that hired muscle of Sweet Baby Trey any longer. But hey, that free Sweet Baby Trey stands card up.
Yeah, absolutely. So much so that Sweet Baby Trey was able to fashion a shank or something. I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, I don't either. It looked like a little mini trident. King Trident, like the Little Mermaid. I always liked Sebastian the Crab. He was cool. Side headlock now being applied, now reversed by the Enigma Lucio Deveer and taking the champion down to his back, but he's able to get his shoulder up.
Referee John Williams right in there. Great officiating, checking that shoulder. Lucio Deveer really cranking that headlock. Got that Jim Lundis grip going there.
Amazing fundamentals, but that is what you will find here at the Imagine Wrestling Dojo. If you want to become a wrestling personality, referee, manager, valet, female wrestler, male wrestler, there are a lot of rules to play. If you're interested, get in contact with our Imagine Wrestling Dojo on the website. Schedule yourself an absolutely free tryout.
Absolutely. Become part of the family. Join Imagine Wrestling. Don't let it be a what if. Let your dreams come true.
Oh, and now the more experienced, the journeyman, Lucio Deveer, just mowing over the champion, the lowlife, James Ross.
2 decades of experience here with Lucio Deveer. Lowlife better pull out something crafty here.
Oh, and now the lowlife giving his back.
There you go, a change of directions. Lowlife beat him to the punch. Beautiful shoulder tackle.
Lowlife actually garnering quite a bit of fanfare despite his unpleasing demeanor. Now a backslide.
Really high neck stack on that backslide.
Oh, look at this roll up. I'll tell you what, did you guys, did you, Jimmy, I guess I should speak directly to you, hear that crowd singing the lowlife James Ross's theme song?
Yeah, like he usually does here at the dojo. Somebody was singing it to him.
What is going on back there? They're trying to wet these guys' whistles, and now a spinning back elbow by the journeyman Lucio Deveer. He is in firm control of our champion. We might see the title change hands, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, straight up. Big body slam. Tries to put him through the ring.
Blowing the skirt of that ring apron sky high like Marilyn Monroe. And now Kato loves that senton maneuver.
He just brought a smile to the face of his trainer with that big senton splash. Not enough to keep the low life away, though.
I don't know. Have you mentioned the usual suspects yet? Because I don't want to step on your toes, but Rose Blossom Blast said she wants to become a referee. Wonder where she got that idea from.
I saw another request there in the chat earlier. Here we go. Woo!
Everybody
there you
loves
go,
a
guys.
woo.
Yeah, why not ruin my voice? I still haven't recovered from Saturday.
Yeah. Now the lowlife showing his resilience, showing his sheer grit kicking out there.
Imagine what our voice is going to be like when the imagination steps into the dojo, DC Bentley.
It is going to be completely insane, off the hook, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For those of you lucky enough to be in attendance, you're in for a wild ride on a Wednesday night.
If you've ever been interested in the behind the scenes of how this production works, you'll see all that night.
Oh!
Those 30 fans in attendance are in for a real treat. That wasn't a treat, though.
Uh-oh. And followed up, swing and a miss. He grabs him by the hair pull on Wednesday.
Hair pull Wednesday. Where's Mike Zeke when you need him? Grabbed him by that Ed Grimley-like dorsal fin and slams him to the mat.
That's right. Mike Zeke, we're here for you, buddy. He got he's down with a case of the shingles, Jimmy.
Oh, no. Well, hopefully he gets that roof fixed. We're looking for a vertical suplex here.
Oh!
Straight over, all execution there. Nicely done.
1 and 2. That's got to be, very close to being it for the evening.
Could have had a deeper lateral press there on those shoulders. Might have secured a victory. We're talking about deep now. Look at that chin lock in the crook of the elbow. Great shot by the king of cameramen there. Lucio Deveer trying to fight his way up. That chin lock's deep in there, huffing the face paint of Lucio Deveer.
All right, and off the ropes, here comes swing and a miss by the Enigma, and a back elbow of his own. What precision on that spinning back elbow. The lowlife James Ross showing you why he is the Central Pennsylvania champion. Oh, and what a knee drop right to the jaw.
Oh, that was absolutely violent.
Ooh. I don't know. If I was Lucio Deveer, I might not kick out of that. I might just call it an evening. Get knee right in the face.
Yeah, that one cracked the paint. I don't know how Lucio found it. It must be pure instinct as he sits there and counts his teeth on the mat. Absolutely bad knee to the head there. James Ross starting to scale them ropes. We've seen him fly before, DC Bentley.
It looks like he's going for a fist drop, perhaps.
Shades of Jerry Lawler
You
here.
like that? Yeah. Oh, he punched him at! His fist completely flattened on that canvas. He had to have broken a knuckle.
Yeah, no water in the pool, as they say. All mat on that fist drop. There's a clothesline.
Whoa!
Followed by another.
That was the opportunity the Enigma's looking for, and now he is sling blade style on the lowlife James Ross.
A lot of crisscrossing going on in there. Lucio Deveer out on top.
He is hyped up in there, Jimmy.
How's that mohawk still staying up defying gravity here?
It seems as if the lowlife inferred that the Enigma Lucio Deveer's never held a singles title. Oh! Forearm now.
To check the record books, I think that might actually be true.
Oh! Swing and a miss and a high knee by the lowlife James Ross, and we might as well even call that textbook lowlife because he has used that move so effectively in the past.
Shades of Jimmy Golden there with the high knee.
Uh-oh.
Nada with the enziguri, though.
Oh, no, look. Lucio Deveer is... Oh, wait a second.
Malachi Gage. Lariat.
That is the clothesline from hell, laying out the Enigma Lucio Deveer, laying out the lowlife James Ross.
What a psychopath.
Oh my goodness, laid out both men. Jimmy, they are worse for the wear in there. And now he's making his leave. I guess he made his statement, made his point, made his presence felt.
He definitely did, DC Bentley. Now, I know we're in a segment here. It's part of the show. It's real important to you. I'm going to step away and let you have center stage here, my friend.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, I want to address you because I feel somewhat guilty for interjecting myself into that main event on Saturday, but I think it'd be real easy to come out here and say some things that are tropes of wrestling. Ooh, that makes me mad, Dave Daniels. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm good, you're bad, all that BS that means absolutely nothing and isn't true anyway. You see, I don't hate the big star Dave Daniels. I love him, and those of you, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, are smart enough to be aware that one moment in time doesn't erase 20 years of history. He was a groomsman in both of my weddings. He was at my college graduation. And when my tag team partner took his ball and went home, Dave Daniels loaded me up, and we carved an identity for ourselves. They said we were too short. They said we were too small. And we made them know that we're here to break the laws of professional wrestling, and we were damn entertaining doing it too, weren't we, Dave? I love you, buddy. You see, your relationship with me, our friendship was a lot like the very first friendship that I ever had. On the day that I was born, my parents also brought home a beagle puppy, and I loved that dog. I named him Bandit, and we were inseparable. He was tough as nails. He was joyful. He was deadly loyal. If a black bear would have got between me and him in the woods, he would have went to war with that black bear, knowing damn well he was going to lose, but understanding that when you love something, you make sacrifices for it. And if you're willing to kill for it, you better be willing to die for it. He understood that, and I loved him. On my 12th year, I came home from school, and I saw him laying there listless in the living room floor, and as I had done hundreds of times before, I reached down to pet him, and he tore into my hand! With tears in my eyes, I looked into the face of my father for some comfort, and that cold man shoved a .32 special in my hand and said, "He's your dog. He's your responsibility. You take care of it." And I hated him. I hated him. Because I knew that he was right. And without hesitation, I grabbed that dog by the collar. I took him out behind the shed, and I put him out of his misery. And I mourned him every day since, because I loved him. And I had a responsibility. Dave, you're not bad. You're not evil. You're not confused or crazy. You're sick. And I love you, buddy. And I have a responsibility. You name the time. You name the place. Because we got us a walk we gotta take, Dave. Now your heavyweight champion, Braden Elliott, who you narrowly cost his whole evening, is in the ring right now with some things on his mind. Let's take it to him.
If these walls could talk, let me tell you. 6 years. We just celebrated 6 years of this company. It's been a little over 6 years since I walked through that door right over there. And I remember putting this ring up. And I remember a man who introduced himself, and he said, "I'm Ken, but my friends, they call me Kato." He said that this was going to be the school for all the great wrestlers that came along in the next decade or two or three. It started a brand new company. And I said to myself that day, it was one word, and it was responsibility. That's what came to me. Because I knew that I had a responsibility to put this company on my back. A young, dumb, 16-year-old kid walked through that door, and that's what he thought. 6 years later, I main event the anniversary show as your Imagine Wrestling heavyweight champion. Why did it take me 6 years, huh? Others got there before I did. It's because I always took the path that was less traveled by. Because that's who I am. Because that's what it means to me. My hard work, that's what got me here after 6 years. My passion, that's what got me here after 6 years. My responsibility. That 16-year-old kid didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But over the years, I worked hard. And I knew that one day I'd be the guy. And what does it mean to be the guy? It means to be the champ, right? It means to be the main event, right? It means to be the role model, the guy that kids are taking pictures with. The guy that, at the end of the night, you hear his music play last. And on Saturday, you heard my music play last. So what did it mean to me? It meant everything. After 6 years, everything came full circle. And when I'm kneeling in the ring with a ring full of guys that I've went to war with, guys that I've never shared the ring with, and people came up and they shook my hand. They said, "Hell of a match, kid." One word came across my mind, and that's responsibility. Because I took the long road to get here to be on top. But it's going to be a longer road for me to stay on top. So now, what I want everyone to know, everyone at home, everyone in the back, what's next? Who's next? Whoever it is, I want you to know that my name is Braden Elliott, and I won't back down.
I told you I was done with you.